Hi guys, welcome to the Marketing Techy. I just want to take this time to answer a quick question. The question I received was, what is responsive design or a responsive website? Yeah, quite a question. So first off, the easy way to explain it is a responsive website or a responsive designed website is made to work on all screen sizes, which means it will display well on your smartphone, it will display well on your tablet, it will also display well on a big HD computer screen. So yeah, that's basically what responsive design will be. The one thing about responsive design is it's actually a bit of a larger topic that has quite a bit of detail. But when we say it displays well, it means that it does not only work, but it works really well and it's comfortable for users on the different screen sizes. So it's not just zooming in or out or resizing so that it gets smaller. What it's doing is when it's displaying on a smaller screen size, it will read mostly the width of the screen, get that feedback, and then resize different components of your website. So it might move, if you've got 3 columns of text, for instance, on your normal website, it might move it on a tablet to 2 columns to fit the width, and on a smartphone, it might move to a 1 column layout to fit the screen better. What it also means is things like your touch targets, so anything that you need to press with your finger on the phone needs to be appropriately sized so that it's big enough and not close to anything else around it so that you can comfortably press it with your finger. With a mouse on a computer, obviously you can hit smaller targets, so you have to remember on smartphones to design it so that these touch targets are larger. Also, text size comes into it, so make sure that your menus and text that you use is of appropriate size so that it's readable on small screens. Okay, so the one example that I can give you is a website that's not responsive. If you open it up on your cell phone, what you'll see is it will feel like you've got a little small window on the website and you're actually moving it around to see what's happening on the website. This is a really bad user experience. Also, when things in the menus or buttons are so small that you can't like accurately press something, that's a really bad user experience. So that's not mobile friendly or responsive. Responsive is mainly due to the actual size and the width of the website, not resizing. So a well-designed website will fit the width of a normal computer screen. Then if you view it on a tablet, it will resize so that it's exactly the width of the tablet screen, and when you view it on your smartphone, it will resize again to be the exact width of your smartphone screen. So you'll only be scrolling in one direction, which is normally just down. So you can have a website that's really long in the down direction, which is fine for users, but you don't have to scroll sideways. That's fine. And also, if you take your smartphone and you turn it sideways, it will then resize again to fit the screen in landscape format. Let me show you an example. This is just the Marketing Techy website, the current one. Depends on when you're looking at this video, it might have been redesigned. We are busy with a couple of changes, but the current site is responsive. Let me show it to you. Okay, so this is the current Marketing Techy website, and I've got a little tool that I use on my browser so that I can see if a website is nice and responsive, what it does on different screen sizes. So let's have a look at that. Okay. So this is my screen. As you can see right now, we're 1920 by 1080, which is basically HD screen size, and this shows me what the website will look like. So that's the Marketing Techy website. So for instance, here we've got three column layouts with these little blocks in. Got all these logos, for instance, of customers. So you can see what it looks like. When I switch to something like a normal iPad Air 2, you'll see that now the website has got a different form factor. You will, for instance, see everything is resized. These little blocks are now narrower, so you've got more text, more lines going down, so that's resized by itself. And that's what happens with a responsive website. If we go even smaller, like iPad mini size, you'll see that these blocks are now even narrower. So they keep on resizing. iPhone 6s, for instance, 6 Plus, you can see that we've got a completely narrow website. So these little blocks have now moved. They are one below the other in this responsive design. So there's still a couple of tweaks that we need to do. These logos have moved. They're now one below the other. So the website does respond to the screen size, does resize, as you can see. What it also does on mobile devices, let's just go back to iPad mini to show you what's happening. So iPad Air in this case, we've got a normal menu like on the computer. If you look at the computer menu at the top, we've got a normal menu for all the services, etc. As soon as we go to iPhone size, then you'll see that the menu now collapses into something that we call a hamburger menu. So there's the menu, and it's just more user-friendly for a cell phone. And as soon as the website is in landscape mode, you'll see that it resizes again. So now it looks like that. So this resizing or dynamic resizing of the website is what we would term responsive design. Okay guys, I hope that answers your question about responsive design and exactly what it is. So in short, it's just resizing of your website, moving content around to make sure that it's always the width of the actual screen that you're viewing the website on. Mostly that's applicable to mobile phones and tablets, and what we see for most websites is that the biggest bulk of their traffic, more than half of it at least, sometimes up to 80-90%, is coming from mobile devices. So it's really important that the mobile experience is great. Google's also focusing on it, and Google is also with the SEO formula that it's using to rank websites, it's looking at how mobile friendly websites are, and this is one of the factors that they look at. So responsive website design is key. And if you've used the Marketing Techy in the last couple of years for websites, we only do responsive websites. It's not an add-on, it's not an extra. Basically, I feel that if you're building a website today, then it has to be responsive. You can't build a website that's not responsive. So yeah, people are using mobile devices, and all websites, I think, should be responsive in 2017. Okay. Please subscribe, like the video, share it if you find this interesting, and then join us for the next one. Last thing is, if you've got a marketing question, website design question, anything along those lines, especially if it's applicable to South African businesses, then please comment below or find us on Twitter and ask your question, and I'll then answer it in one of the upcoming videos. Thanks guys, cheers.